everyone. Welcome to the Transwarp Initiative. My name is Transwarp Drive. Transwarp Drive. I almost called it the Transwarp Initiative. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hi, I'm Mike Fatum. I'm sometimes known as Vengeance God. I'm sometimes known as Ambassador Cal. But tonight, I am your host for this amazing concert full of wonderful acts here to support transgender kids in Texas. Because what's happening in Texas is fucking awful, and we need to stop it immediately, like super immediately, like right now. So throughout tonight, we're going to be asking you to donate to our donation link. You can find a little, let's see, which way is it? This way, a little QR code right here that you can click on to get to the donation link. There is also going to be one in the chat, which is over there. I promise I know where things are. You can please go donate. Please help raise money for this worthy cause. It's going to be an incredible night. We've got so many amazing bands, and I'm not going to waste any of more of your time with me. Let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, a very, very good friend of mine, a very, very cool person. Give it up for the world premiere of a new lyric video from Mr. G, Stephen Wesley Guiles.
There's a tiny paper elephant with a tiny paper friend, and they don't know what they're doing on the table. There's a larger kind of elephant, and it lives inside of you, and it knows that you can make it if you hit the follow through. It is a mystery. Everyone's got something going on these days, and we don't have all the answers to the questions that are raised, but you can do it. La 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 la. Scarf on. There's a bird that looks surprised, and they know that you will get there in your time. There's a mislabeled Kenobi. There's a can wearing a tie, and they know that life can feel like you're a Jedi with no wine. Don't worry if it's not the same, if you never see the sign. 'Cause the things that make you different are what really make you shine. You're a unique combination. You're the sum of all your parts. You're an egg with great potential, and it's not too late to start. So when you think of something peculiar, that's when you take your chance. 'Cause the weirdest stuff's your moment. You take that kick in the pants. You won't know quite when it's perfect, might still see the seams. Just ride that elephant inside you to the goalpost of your dream. 'Cause you can do it. We know you can do it. We all know you can do it.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Stephen, that was an awesome video. Tell us a little bit about where that concept came from.
Oh, well, so that song is called Tiny Paper Elephants. It is a cover of the Double Clicks song of the same name, Tiny Paper Elephants. I was inspired. I love that song. I remember hearing it and the honesty. It's such a weird song too. It has such like weird, like there's a lot of really cool, but just like really quirky, weird lines, but it's so emotionally honest. I love it. So I wanted to do a cover of it, and then it ended up turning into a really big thing. Like I had a friend who lives in South Korea. His name is Andy Roseland, and he is a film, TV, music composer, musician. He's insanely talented, and he arranged the strings for this. And he's actually working on my album. So
Nice.
yeah, I was so excited. So this will be available on YouTube probably later today, tonight, tomorrow.
Nice. And what is your YouTube if they want to find that? Which of the 50 YouTube channels you have will you be?
You know what? I should know that information. If you look Stephen Wesley Guiles,
Okay.
I believe that's my YouTube. Wow, that's
I'm
embarrassing.
sure one of our lovely moderators can find it and post it in the chat.
StephenWesleyGuiles.com, everybody.
Okay,
That's where
StephenWesleyGuiles.com.
That's where you'll find my stuff.
Yeah.
But so I'm gonna play you some more songs.
Yeah, please.
And I was just trying to think of songs that might be that might kind of fit what we're talking about. I do nerdy music too. I do all kinds of stuff. This is probably my more serious singer-songwriter stuff, but I also have an album about Minecraft and Fortnite and bacon and all kinds of different things. Sorry if you're a vegan. I really like bacon. But I'm going to this song's called I Will Not Be Defeated, and it's off of my second EP. You were something I was afraid of. You were something I would bow down to. Perhaps I formed a bit of a backbone. Perhaps I found a spine and a voice of my own. Maybe you should start running. I will not be defeated. 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 Bam! Crashes guitar into stage. It's like a really rocky rock song. There's that one. That's off of my second album. And you can find me on all the streaming services and whatnot. I'm going to do another song and then I'm going to talk with Mike about it. I don't know. How's the pandemic been for everybody? If it's been anything like mine, there were a lot of hurt feelings and thoughts of, wow, the world has gone crazy. And it looks like the crazy carried over to Texas. And that's why we're doing this. And I know that probably my primary desire and goal in life is to love people in some way. And people that I don't like, people that I like, people that are different than me. And this song is kind of about that. It's called Cats and Dogs Don't Have to Be the Same. One of us would rather be left alone. One of us hides when we hear the phone. One of us prefers a drier land. The other loves water, beach, and sand. One of us spends most of the day sleeping. One of us would rather be running and leaping. We can both enjoy our lives in our own mismatched way. You and I can coexist inside the same frame. And just because we're different doesn't mean we have to feel ashamed. Cats and dogs don't have to be the same. No, no, cats and dogs don't have to be the same. One of us loves when our belly's scratched. One of us would murder you for that. One of us can howl and wag and bark. And one of us has never seen the park. One of us would growl at a stranger, while one of us would run if there was danger. And we can both enjoy our lives in our own mismatched way. You and I can coexist inside the same frame. And just because we're different doesn't mean we have to feel ashamed. Cats and dogs don't have to be the same. No, cats and dogs don't have to be the same. Now the argument is stale. We both could tell a tale. Why are we fighting tooth and nail? Are we both bound to fail? Let's put this fight to bed and move on before we're dead. The opposition's got no cred. Perhaps be friends instead. Ooh. We can both enjoy our lives in our own mismatched way. You and I can coexist inside the same frame. And just because we're different doesn't mean we have to feel ashamed. Cats and dogs don't have to be the same. Oh, we can both enjoy our lives in our own mismatched way. You and I can coexist inside the same frame. And just because we're different doesn't mean we have to feel ashamed. Cats and dogs don't have to be the same. No, cats and dogs don't have to be the same. Thank you very much. That's off my soon to be forthcoming new album. So Michael, how are you? I can't hear you, but I'm sure you're there. Hopefully people can hear us. I see your lips moving, but I'm not sure if I'm hearing. Oh, I hear you. I heard you. Nope, it's gone. But I'll talk. I'm going to keep talking to people. I see the chat too, so I'm going to look in the chat and I'll wait for Mike because I know that we're figuring out. By the way, if you haven't donated already, please hit the donate bit.ly thing, right? The thing here. You're going to like take a picture of that and then you're going to donate some money to people that are working Equality Texas. And yeah, do the thing. Do all the thing. And I still see Mike's lips moving, but I don't hear his face hole sound yet. Did you guys hear? Are you hearing Mike? Maybe it's just me. Okay.
Heyo, somebody stepped on a button. I'm all like, why can't no one hear me? Well, I stepped on the button. That's why. Hello.
Hey.
That was an awesome song, Stephen. I really liked it. I know you just had an album you successfully Kickstarted. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah. So I did a Kickstarter. So Mike and I met in Kickstarter school.
Yeah.
We took a class with Laser. They are amazing. Of the Double Clicks, of who I previously covered the song. And we met there and Kickstarter class. And that was what led me to start a process of trying to put out an album, which I hadn't done it in a while. And I was very excited about doing it. And I totally changed what I was going to do after being in the class, after hanging out with Mike and some of the people in my class. I was really inspired to like do something. Well, I really was like just being around these creative people really inspired me to kind of take more risks with my music and maybe release some stuff that I felt was maybe either too sappy or too serious or too just kind of, I said, I'm just not going to be afraid to release whatever I release and just do what I'm really feeling. And so that's kind of what is coming out of this album. So
that's awesome.
Like in the past, I would have put like Cats and Dogs on an album or whatever, because I don't know why. It's not cool enough or something, or I don't know. But I feel like everything I'm doing is going to be super cool.
Dude, that song is really, really good and it's very cool. And you should put it on albums.
Thank you. Well, I will. That's going to be on my new album. And if you want to find out more about my album, actually, let me just give everyone this quick little thing here. You can join my mailing list via there. Can you see that?
Yes.
Text gay to 55444. We need to text and say gay more often.
Yeah, just go to Florida and start texting gay to Stephen, and then shout it at the top of your lungs.
Send that out to Florida too. So gay to 55444. There we go. I'll leave that up for the song. So I'm gonna play another song, and this song is called "If I Succeed in Anything, Let It Be Love." I feel like a total Beatles hippie right now, but I think I understand why
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, I think I understand why too. I think I understand why those songs so much resonated with me. Anyway, here goes. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. Let me love the brokenhearted. Let me love the down and out. Let me love those who got beaten but are hoping to rebound. Let me love the tired and weary. Let me love the foolish too. Let me love the ones who hate me, 'cause it's love that rules the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. Yeah. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. Like this. Do 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 do.
Let me love those who have nothing. Let me love those with it all. Let me love the ones who start the fights and the ones that take the fall. Let me love the loud and careless. Let me love the silent types. Let me love them in the darkness. Let me love them in the light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. Now I don't need more money, and I don't need more gold. I don't need to be right to feel this wonderful. I can't believe I found it. Now I won't let go. I got everything I need, and I feel it in my soul. I feel it in my soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. If I succeed in anything, let it be love. Let it be love. Let it be, let it be, let it be love like this. Do 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 do.
Dude, that was awesome. I need to put that on my happy songs playlist. But second of all, I kind of want to like just play that every morning when I wake up. Like that's such a good like start of the day song.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Obviously what was going through your head when you're
That's
playing?
on my new album.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be on my new album. And that song, I was trying to, okay, well, it's kind of a poppy song. I was trying to write a poppy song I've done stuff for film and television since 2012. Which sounds really glamorous, but it's like, oh, I have a song in the back of Tierra and Toddlers or something in a scene where they're running through the house and they play like 3 seconds of one of my songs. So there's not much glory or money in that, but it's something I've done. And we had a listing for like kind of this kind of cool acoustic pop song. And a listing is like where they say, hey, we're looking for a song like Jason Derulo or blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. And they had some examples and I played it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I like this idea. And then I had that line, if I succeed in anything, let it be love. Like if I have success in anything, I hope that that's the thing that I nail,
Yeah.
because I feel like everything else is pretty much a waste of time if I don't love people, So you have a lot of money, but I think most people on their deathbeds are not really concerned with
more stuff.
Yeah, they're not really concerned with, do I have more stuff? I'm going to do one last song because I know we have lots of really cool performers.
And hey, we're almost to $500 already just during Steven's set. So
hey, can we get it to over 500 while I'm
we're like $30 away. So I know we can get it to over 500 while Steven's playing this last song. Let's do this. Come on, everybody. Let's dig deep. And let's donate to Quality Texas, and let's get this. Let's hit this. In fact, I'm not going to move until I see that meter change. I'm not going to sing a note. No, I'm just kidding. I'll sing. But this song is also a song about me loving people. And I'm going to tune my guitar first because it's so much better when it's in tune. Okay, well, you can sing because we just passed 500.
Okay, all right. There we go. Well, oh, it feels so good to hear those words. And oh, I wish that I could hear them more. But I know that the waiting gives it worth.
And oh, I wish that you could feel this too. The love that's swelling up here in my heart. But I'll wait here for you to know it's true. Overflow, I want nothing but the best for you. Overflow, I am full up to the top. Overflow, my heart is spilling out to you. Overflow, I hope you feel the love I've got. Maybe I am not the smartest guy, but I think that you are the smartest girl. And I hope that you'll stay here in my world. We were put here on this earth to love. You know that we can never have enough. Let's get everyone filled up on the good stuff. Overflow, I want nothing but the best for you. Overflow, I am full up to the top. Overflow, my heart is spilling out to you. Overflow, I hope you feel the love I've got. Come on and give me all of your worries. No more being scared. Get up, move along. You and I can sing this song. I'll be waiting right here. And I got so much to share. Overflow, I want nothing but the best for you. Overflow, I am full up to the top. Overflow, my heart is spilling out to you. Overflow, I hope you feel the love I've got. Overflow, I want nothing but the best for you. Overflow, I am full up to the top. Overflow, my heart is spilling out to you. Overflow, I hope you feel the love I've got. Overflow, I hope you feel the love I've got. Thank you very much. Good night.
Hell yeah, dude. That is awesome, awesome stuff. Stephen, if they
Thank
want
you.
to find out more about your work, where should they go? I know you've got 500
I think the
Twitter
best way,
accounts, 200 YouTube
100%,
channels.
the best way is to join my mailing list. So I'll put that up there one more time. You can, whoops. You can go to Stephen. Yeah, just don't look at me though. I'm an idiot. You can go to StephenWesleyGuiles.com. But I think the best way is if you're on my mailing list, I will send something out. So you can just, if you just text gay to 55444, I will send out links to all the things for you so you can find out more. Thanks so much. I'm so honored to be a part of this.
Thanks so much for coming out and doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see everybody else too. There's so many good people tonight. It's so awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you, Stephen. And we have passed $500 while Stephen was up there. But I know y'all can go higher. I know we can do more. I know we can raise more money to help these kids who are being prosecuted by child services for being themselves. What the fuck, Texas? And so while you guys are opening up your wallets, we're going to give you a little bit of a change. As this is being produced by Worlds Elsewhere Theater Company, we have several members of the Worlds Elsewhere Theater Company performing troupe, which you can find out more about that whole company at worlds-elsewhere.com. But leading the charge today is a monologue from Sam Marchiony, who is taking us to a galaxy far, far away.
Can you see me? From Act 1, Scene 2 of The Phantom of Menace from William Shakespeare's Star Wars by Ian Dosher. A person young is thought to have no power, even when she is a queen, as like myself. Those older do surround, air pressing in and questioning every word that I do speak. One thinks I shall a poor decision make, another thinks himself more competent. The best of them do bow and show respect and treat me with the deference due my throne, yet even their eyes speak of disbelief. Their courtesy becomes a stinging thing. A youth is no more frail than older folk, no less intelligent, no less sublime. Our steps are newer, yet we are no jewel to be protected and encased by them. We know of violence in life's harsh ways. Our tears descend in grief as their tears do. We are not made of softer stuff than they. The moods we feel oft run irate and rough. We have no thoughts less noble than our elders. In truth, compassion may we ably teach. Then why is it thought that youth are so beneath those older than we are of any rank? 'Tis foolishness, yea, 'tis foul treachery. If ere these older ones could look within and plumb the depths of youth, what wonders would before their eyes appear? The courage, strength, and valor it requires to be a youth, the daily struggle to survive amid the thousand constant doubts we do receive from every person, in those who are dear. Here, the ever-present skirmishes with those of our own age, who should support and praise us, bound within the sacred bond of youth, but who instead do injure with harsh words. To be a youth within a world run by an older generation taketh strength. Yea, beyond that 100 elders might. To be both youth and leader truly is to be a target ever in their sights. I would not trade my station for the world, nor would I wish it on mine enemy. Although the path is fraught, this is our cause. We youth shall mold the future we desire.
Holy bejesus. That was really, really good. Excuse me, I need to gather myself for a moment because that was really, really good.
Padme Amidala says trans rights.
Yes, she does. You know, they added a trans clone trooper recently.
Is this a Bad Batch thing or
no? It's in one of the books, I think, but it's amazing. Anyway, it's that was fabulous. There's actually a group of Star Wars fans right now who are raising money for the same cause, and they're calling themselves the Amidala Initiative. So that was perfectly on point. Well done and excellently chosen, Sam.
They were in large part an inspiration, and I have given to them and spread the love. As many people who are raising money for this as possible, let's do that, because yes. I spent 2 years as Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton's constituent, and let me say to the two of them, from the bottom of my heart, you are horrible, horrible people, and I can't wait for the wasp nostrils to get you in the bad place.
Oh, thank you for that. Sam, if they want to find more about you, where can they go?
So I have a YouTube channel here, La Femme Fictionale. You can search me. I am also on Twitter under the label Femme Fictionale, but I currently need to approve Twitter requests because, long story short, somebody was being a creep and I felt unsafe.
Super fun.
Be nice on the internet. There's too much cruelty. Just be nice.
Well, thank you for that awesome monologue. It's super true. The kids are going to save the world, but we're going to do what we can to help on the way. And we got to $600 during your monologue, so thank you for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a member of the Worlds Elsewhere crew is here to give us a wonderful monologue. Please give it up for one Justin Bailey.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, thank you for the introduction, certainly. Obviously, I've been generously allowed some time to speak at this event, but, where to begin? I suppose one way to begin is by saying a feeling, and then using the rest of my time to articulate those feelings. The phrase that I want to think about and ramble on for a time is, may you live, in interesting times. I wonder how proud the individual was who originally crafted that fine little curse, this vague, benign phrase that damns with a smile. Think about what people have seen since the turn of the millennium, conflicts that have started before many of us were born, made pointless the moment they've ended, ceaseless climate disasters after 100-year storms that crop up every few years now, not to mention the crumbling infrastructure neglected despite the unanimous support towards its repair. A contagion that has derailed so many of us from the planned courses of our lives, if the disease hasn't ended your story entirely. Shifting sands of ideology and rhetoric are made ever more vile as each passing fad is consumed by the next distraction or discourse, the latest thing to devote our time to fighting. Think about the reason why this charity is even happening. How powerful people seem to callously fiddle with the lives of the weaker, who they will never meet, for virtues that they would realize the folly of, if only they, experience their consequences. Does this make you angry? Does this make you upset, these thoughts? They should. Anger is an emotion that I've tangled with all my life. So often I am told, I understand your frustration, I understand your anger, followed by a however, or a but, as if it was a mistake for one to read into the situation correctly, to point out the unfairness and be unwilling to silently sit there and watch it happen, because that wouldn't be complacent. It makes me wonder how you're supposed to deal with our interesting times, so often euphemized as being uncertain. When do the interesting things stop? Surely we've been fighting for long enough. I think about another phrase, one with multiple origins, but retains its truth no matter how you stumble upon it. It was true when the Persian poets wrote it. It was true when the words were put in the mouth of King Solomon. They were etched in Hebrew or Sanskrit or Mandarin, and indeed when retold by Edward Fitzgerald. Gazeh Ya'avor. The version I remember goes like so. One day, a noble king decided to humble his most trusted minister. He said to him, "There is a certain ring I want you to bring to me." "If it exists anywhere on earth, your majesty," they replied, "I will bring it to you, but what makes this ring so special?" "It has magic powers," answered the king. "If a happy man looks at it, he becomes sad. And if a sad man looks at it, he becomes happy." Of course, the king knew that no such ring existed on earth. Perhaps this fool's errand would teach the minister to choose his words better. Spring passed into summer, and still the minister did not return. More time passed, the leaves of the trees began to turn in amber, and the yearly festival was underway. But finally the minister returned to the court. "Well, my friend," grinned the king, knowing the minister had failed, "have you found what I sent you after?" The crowd joined the king's mirth, familiar with the trick he had pulled. However, to everyone's surprise, the minister pulled out a small gold ring and declared, "Here it is, your majesty." As soon as the king read the inscription, the smile vanished from his face. On the ring were inscribed 3 letters, Gimel, Zayin, Yud, which began the words, Gazeh Ya'avor, this too shall pass. It was in that moment that the king realized that all of his wisdom and fabulous wealth and tremendous power were but fleeting things. And just like the season cycle, there is nothing that begins that does not one day end. I do not recount that story to offend or to unsettle, but to remind and to stress. The fact of impermanence is just that, a fact. The hardships we struggle against, the cause we struggle against, one day that struggle will end. But that it does end does not mean that the struggle is not worth fighting every time in any way you can. Struggle is what reminds us that we're alive, and it's only through struggle and resistance that any positive change is made. The progress of social movements, the improvements we've made through this struggle, made in this country and across the world, do not happen overnight, over years, or even within a single lifetime. In 1943, the year my grandmother was born, segregation was still law in the land in too many states in this nation. The doctrine of separate but equal, established in the 1800s, would not be actively challenged until 1954 with Brown versus Education. In 1969, the year my father was born, a woman could not open a bank account or have a credit card in their own name in America without the consent of a spouse or a male direct relative. This was not made illegal until 1974 with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. In the 90s, when I was born, if someone had the nerve to admit to anyone that they dare love someone of the same sex, they were socially ostracized, and if they worked in the military, discharged from service. In the name of acceptance, people were obligated to pretend they weren't who they are. It was willful ignorance utilized to obfuscate the realities of people while pretending it was a service to them. Legally, this practice of don't ask, don't tell ended in 2011, but socially, we still see the remnants. These people who want to hold us down in the doom that they create, they're grasping at the last threads they have left before they end. This Texas bill, unilaterally decried by the ACLU as the breach of freedom that it is, Florida's Don't Say Gay bill, so brazenly the same thinking as Don't Ask, Don't Tell of old, or even anti-homeless architecture, something designed to make it so supposed normal, upstanding people don't have to be exposed to the reality of hundreds of thousands. It is the dying grasp of something that is ending and that will end. It always looks bleak when you have to fight, when you're told again and again that your thinking is right, but you should quiet down, to not bother, to lay down and take what the world hands to you. And every pushback or backstep that is proposed or that does pass may feel like it's not worth it. And I reject that and ask that anyone who listens to do the same. The existence of these bills, of these ways of thought, of these arguments show now more than ever that the struggle must continue. Progress is not inevitable. Stagnancy, complacency, status quo, they are the natural enemies of change. Passivity in the face of backlash will only cede ground to what we've previously fought and won, which makes it all the harder to drag back if it is lost. The actions one can take vary, stemming from what you're capable of doing. But I would argue that even if something seems awkward or uncomfortable, one should explore and challenge why that makes them uncomfortable. Struggle is uncomfortable, change and growth is painful. It is the signifier that shows that our times are interesting as they are. I want people 100 years after I am dead to look at what we are doing in our interesting times and know that we fought with every ounce of our will and refused to back down to the pendulum swinging back at progress. I want to be past our interesting times. I want them to be bored because of how content they are because of the work we did. And if we fail, there are some other words that I think about from time to time. They're the words of the last of Camelot, Ted Kennedy. They were said by a man who was defeated, the incumbent Jimmy Carter being favored. However, chose to use his time not to attack his political rival, but chose to take his opportunity to advocate for the systemic change that he believed in. It was Medicare, by the way, Medicare reform in 1980. And over time, the words he said have resonated and taken on a new meaning beyond the convention that it concluded. For all of those who cares have been our concern, the work goes on, the cause endures, the hope still lives, and the dream shall never die. I hope I haven't taken up too much of your time. Please donate to what you can. And up next, enjoy something completely different with the fluting stylings of Lauren.
You know that bit in like every movie where somebody gets up on a chair and talks about how it's the darkest hour, but gives the inspiring speech that convinces everybody to get up and fight to survive? I feel like that was that. I feel like I just got that. Thank you, Justin. I want to go jump on a horse and ride into Mordor, but since I can't do that, we have this lovely donation link right down here on the bottom right, and right down in the description. And we're at $850 right now, which is amazing. Thank you. You all have been super, super generous. I think we can still get to 1,000, and I think we can get to 1,000 during Lauren's set. And speaking of Lauren, she's already on screen because Justin introduced her already. But they are amazing. They are talented. They are fabulous. One of my favorite people in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren the Flute.
All right, I should be unmuted, so you should be able to hear me now. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry, that was a hell of a speech. Thank you so much for speaking from the heart about something that I think is really, really near and dear to my heart, which is not giving up hope no matter how hard things are, and no matter how overwhelmed we may feel. So before I dive in with music, and I'm going to try to do mostly fluting and playing, a little less talking, which if you know me, that's hard. But I do want to say this before I play. So I grew up in Texas as a queer kid, so closeted that it took me until I was an adult to even begin to untangle what I was and who I was. And so I know firsthand like what can happen, and I'm sure many of the performers here they've talked about their personal experiences, and I'm sure many of you who are watching this have your own stories to tell as well. But it can be so, I don't know, there's no reason why these hateful, close-minded ways have to be normalized. And there's been so much progress made even in my lifetime. I really, really, really hope that what we are seeing is a pushback from the dying old ways before we get to the newer, more loving, more hopeful, more supportive future. So that's what I choose to believe. And that's what I hope is so. But thank you so much for your words. I'm sorry if I'm a little emotional, but that means a lot to me. However, I'm going to play a bunch of covers for you. Unlike our phenomenal performers who've performed before me tonight, I don't write original music. I just cover mostly video game music, but I'm busting out some things that are not video game specific because I know this is a mixed nerdy audience. So I've got a little bit of something for everyone. But I'm going to start with a video game song. I am Lauren the Flute, so there will be a lot of flute. I also sing. Hopefully you will appreciate some of my taste in games and music, but even if you don't know the games or the music, I hope you'll enjoy it. So we're going to start off with, and I'll try to tell you what things are before I play them, but we're going to start off with a little bit of Undertale. One of my favorites. A very progressive and beautiful game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. All right, here goes. Oops, wrong one. That song is called Determination. It's all about not giving up hope. Not giving up. This is the vocal one. This is from, if you're familiar with Earthbound, or it's a series, the Mother series. This is one of my favorite songs of all time to sing. It's called Pollyanna, I Believe in You. And I just really like songs that make me feel hopeful. So here you go. I believe the morning sun's always gonna shine again, and I believe a pot of gold waits at every rainbow's end. Oh, I believe in roses kissed with dew. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? I believe in make-believe, charms, and I believe in promises spoken as you cross your heart. Oh, I believe in skies forever blue. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? You may say I'm a fool, feeling the way that I do. You can call me Pollyanna, say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in silver linings, and that's why I believe in you. I believe if not today, maybe it will be tomorrow, when the bluebird flies away. All you have to do is follow. I believe a dream can still come true. Why shouldn't I believe the same in you? You may say I'm a fool, feeling the way that I do. I believe in friends and laughter and the wonders love can do. I believe in songs and magic, and that's why I believe in you. You may say I'm a fool, feeling this way about you. There's not much I can do. I'm gonna be this way my life through, 'cause I still believe in miracles. I swear I've seen a few, and the time will surely come when you can see my point of view. I believe in second chances, and that's why I believe in you. All right, so this next one is another flute piece. This is from a Super Nintendo game. A number of these are. This is the title theme from Secret of Mana. It's called Angel's Fear. All right, so these backing tracks are a combination of things that I've recorded. If it's a lot of flute, it's mostly me. But I have a lot of other friends who record parts for me. And I also lead a video game cover band called The Returners, who are still in Texas. I now live in Canada, but I still play with them. And so these next couple are ones that feature my band, The Returners. So there'll be some electric guitar, which I'm very excited about. This is the ending theme from the game Ico called You Were There. The island bathes in the sun's bright rays, distant hills wear a shroud of gray. A lonely breeze whispers in the trees, sulking in this mystery. Fleeting memories rise from the shadows of my mind. Sing no no more, endless corridors. Say no no more, hopeless warriors. You were there. You were there. Am I forever dreaming? How to define the way I'm feeling? You were there. Countless visions, they haunt me in my sleep. You were there. The forgotten all promises we keep. Slaves to our destiny, I recall a melody. Sing no no more, seasons lit with gold. Say no no more, legends yet untold. You were there. You were there. Happiness follows sorrow, only believing in tomorrow. You were there. Countless visions, they haunt me in my sleep. You were there. The forgotten all promises we keep. The island bathes in the sun's bright rays, distant hills wear a shroud of gray. A lonely breeze whispers in the trees, sulking to this mystery. All right, and this next one is same game series. This is the a medley of songs from the game Shadow of the Colossus, again featuring my band, The Returners. So there will be drums and electric guitars on this one. All right, this next one is an older game. So if you played old Mega Man games back in the day and you were really good at them, you might have heard this one. This is the ending theme. I play a lot of ending themes from Mega Man 3. And it's a bit bluesy, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. All right, I think I'm talking more than I should be, so I think I'm going to cut a couple of songs from this just to keep things moving. My apologies if I am taking a while, but thank you so much. Please keep donating. I saw we passed 1,000. Sorry. We passed $1,000, which is incredible. This is a really important cause. This is our chance to band together and help people who need to be helped and protect each other. So let's do this. You're doing very well so far. So let's keep it up. Keep that momentum moving. And I'm going to play you some things that are not from video games. This one is one you'll probably know if you know the Muppets. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions and only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it, and look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing, and what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that called the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da 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 da, da 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 da. So I first covered that when marriage equality passed in the US. And I like to think back. That was something I thought might happen someday in my lifetime, and then it did, much earlier than I expected. So I don't know, I think it's helpful to remember the progress we've made. So I'm continuing to play things that are not from video games. Are there any Star Wars fans in the house? I'm pretty sure there are. This is one that I covered years ago, and I pulled it out of my vault just for you. Timing's a little bit tricky to get it right, but I'm gonna do my best. This goes out to Space Mom. May we all be like Space Mom imagines we can be. This is Leia's theme. All right, haven't done that one live before, so I hope that turned out all right. This is one more non-video game one. If you're a fan of old school classic anime, you might like Cowboy Bebop. No, I'm not gonna play Tank on my flute, I'm sorry. This is my favorite song from Cowboy Bebop. This is Rain. A little bit different on my voice. I don't feel a thing, and I stopped remembering. The days are just like moments turned to hours. Mother used to say, if you want, you'll find a way. But Mother never danced through fire showers. Walk in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. I walk in the rain, in the rain. Is it right or is it wrong? And is it here that I belong? I don't hear a sound, silent faces in the ground, the quiet screams, but I refuse to listen. If there is a hell, I'm sure this is how it smells. Wish this were a dream, but no, it isn't. Walk in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. I walk in the rain, in the rain. Am I right or am I wrong? And is it here that I belong? wow, we just passed $1,500. Congratulations, folks. Thank you so much for doing this. And thank you so much, Worlds Elsewhere, for having me on as part of this. I've got a few more for you, and I'm going to keep them moving because I talk too much. If you know Zelda games, you'll know a version of this song. This is another tragic ending theme. I like tragic ending themes. This is Farewell Hyrule King from Wind Waker. I'm sorry if you can hear the sirens. I don't know if you can. All right, I've got two more. They're both from my favorite game of all time. The game that my band's name comes from. This is a relatively new one. This is The Phantom Forest from Final Fantasy VI. This next one is one of my favorite songs of all time. It is also from Final Fantasy VI. This is the aria featuring my band, The Returners. If you like this, if you like us, it's been a million years since our first album came out, but we are going to be releasing singles soon. So you can maybe look forward to something special with this one. Thank you so much again, and I'm just gonna do music. Oh, my hero, so far away now, will I ever see your smile? Love goes away like night into day, it's just a fading dream. I'm the darkness, you're the stars. Our love is brighter than the sun. For eternity, for me, there can be only you, my chosen one. Must I forget you? Our solemn promise, will autumn take the place of spring? What shall I do? I'm lost without you. Speak to me once more. We must part now. My life goes on, but my heart won't give you up. Ere I walk away, let me hear you say, I meant as much to you. So gently you touch my heart, I will be forever yours. Come what may, I won't age a day. I'll wait forever. All right. I think that's the end of my set. I do want to say, if you, like me, love Final Fantasy VI, especially since I know there's a bunch of actors here watching, participating in sort of things, I wrote a 165,000 word and counting Final Fantasy VI fanfic, and I'm turning it into an audiobook, and I would like to cast people as the actors. I've got some of the mains cast, but I'm still seeking more actors, so if that sounds like fun, hit me up.
Lauren,
Yes?
Lauren,
Yes?
yes, please,
Yes?
yes, please,
Yes?
please,
Good?
yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. Yes, please let me know, because it is the ridiculous amount of love poured into a ridiculous loved thing. So I would love to share that love with other people. So yeah. Yay.
Yeah, thank you so much. I feel uh like you crafted accidentally that set for me, because there was Rainbow Connection and there was Pollyanna and there was the opera, and thank you very much.
I know some of what you like. It wasn't a complete accident, though, my friend.
I appreciate that very much. Where can people find you? I know you Twitch pretty regularly.
Yeah, so I stream on Twitch a few times a week, and I've got a YouTube channel. I've got all the social media. If you look up Lauren the Flute, as far as I know, there are no Lauren the Flute imposters, so you'll find me. Yeah, no, I've got streaming and music, and I've got, I don't know, just a million projects going on, and a cute cat that I post photos of. So
Yeah, and you still get to sign emails as leader of the returners, which is the
I
coolest
do,
thing I've
and the
ever seen.
returners. I know we've been kind of in hibernation during the pandemic. This whole me being in Canada and them being in Texas thing is a little hard, but we are almost done with There Will Be Singles coming out soon.
I am
So
so excited to hear that, and I'm so excited to listen to them. And I'm so excited that you were here for the show, Lauren. Thank you so much.
And it was great. I hope you don't mind me like shouting out whenever I saw like the
No,
I'm
I was.
outraised, but it's
When you look at your phone later, you'll see me texting you to go. We passed 500. Tell everyone. Okay, good. You saw it.
yeah, no, I did. Oh man. No, and like I said, like as somebody who grew up as a queer kid in Texas, thank you so much for doing this.
Of course.
There's a lot of good people in Texas and they need to be protected, not condemned. So
Hell yes.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes. The
All
more
of
we
you.
can do to help people. And as Lauren mentioned, we are over $1,500 now. We have 2 acts left. I know we can hit 2,000, but let's set a small goal first. Let's set a small goal first. Why don't we hit, let's say 1750? I think we can do 1750. I know you guys can do it. Call your friends, call your enemies friends. Tell them to come down and watch the rest of this amazing show, and tell them to donate to the link, which is in the comments. It's in the chat. Theron's posting it all the time. It's in this little QR code right here. And we are going in now to our very final monologue, which I'm very excited for. This is a piece by Katherine Rose Turchin. And without further ado, here she is.
Again, we are back here. All the patterns of time and year after year. And I will remember you with my flowers in hand as I walk to the fountain. And I'll hold you in my heart, since I never held you in my hands. And I'll write a song for you, 'cause after all of this time, what else can I do? And here at the water, as I lay all the bulbs at the feet of an angel, and I will remember you as I ask her to bless me and give you my message. And I'll hold you in my heart, since I never held you in my hands. And I'll write a song for you, 'cause after all of this time, what else can I do? So here I stand, out in front of the statue, your voice in my ears. And I will remember you as I kiss all the petals, pretending they are your lips. And I'll hold you in my heart, since I never held you in my hands. And I'll write a song for you, 'cause after all of this time, what else can I do? And I'll write a song for you, 'cause after all of this time, What else can I do? And I'll write a song for you. 'Cause after all of this time, what else can I do? Je t'aime, darling.
All right, folks, that was awesome. Thank you, Katherine. I hope you're somewhere in chat to note how amazing you are and how amazing that was. Thank you so much. We're coming up to our final act of the evening. It has been an amazing night. I'm so thankful to Stephen Wesley, Guiles, and Refractory Period, and Lauren the Flute, and Justin, and Sam, and Katherine, and everybody who made this show possible. In back in the wings, you can't see her, but Addie has been running this entire thing, and she is a goddess of tech, and I will forever worship the ground she walks on. We're gonna end the night. Oh, we got 1750. Yes. Okay. We're going to end the night with some anarcho-punk, which I'm very excited about. While Mystic Priestess is on the air, because Mystic Priestess is coming up next. I bet y'all can get to 1800. I bet y'all can get to 1900. Our goal was 2000. We're within spitting distance now. I bet you can do it. I believe in you. Let's help some kids. And while we rock out with Mystic Priestess.
false sense of reality, screaming and squirming from the womb. I did ask for this, a false birth certificate, how can this be true? This body's not mine, false, not I, only you. A divine being, living a human experience, a flickering light, a new life was born. A vessel's traveling through the tunnels of time, through our own vibrations. My body withered with lies, wrapped in umbilical cords of blue. Help the nurses coming, ancient divine beauty born unto. Our spirit live beyond time, eternal beauty born blue. A symphony of fetal cries that they will misgender you. Living in a small-minded world as if there's anything new. A tradition of lies, your existence is misconstrued. Wrapped in a blanket of vulnerabilities and pink roses and blue. Living in a small-minded world, how could this be true to you?
People, people,
Of course, that was the moment my headset chose to come unplugged. I'm here and I'm ready. Great. Hey, that was awesome. Sorry about that moment of confusion there. I've still got the YouTube audio on so I can hear myself going, I'm here and I'm ready. Thank you so much to Mystic Priestess for sending us that set. That was really, really cool. And I'm really glad we got the chance to listen to it. Thank you so much to everyone else who was a part of the show, too. Thank you so much to Stephen Wesley Guiles, to Lauren the Flute, to Refractory Period, to Mystic Priestess, to Catherine Rhodes Turchin, to Justin Bailey, to Sam Marchiony. This has been an amazing night. And we've gotten to $1,800, which is an incredible amount of money to send to help fund the fight in Texas. Folks, thank you so much. We're going to be doing we're going to be keeping donations open until Monday. So feel free to send the link and the link to this VOD to your friends if you think that they might throw some money the way too and they don't want to help. And if you enjoyed this and you want to see more from this company, please go to worlds-elsewhere.com. Or if you want, there's another QR code. Let me see if I'm doing this the right way. On the other side of the screen from the donation QR code. And that QR code, oh, nope, over here. There we go. That QR code leads you to donate to Worlds Elsewhere, which is the amazing theater company that put on the show. They're a virtual theater company, and they've done they're doing Love's Labor's Lost right now, which will go up in a few weeks. Addie, when does that go up? Oh my gosh, someone pushed us to 2000. Oh, my parents pushed us to 2001. Thanks, my parents. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. My name's Mike Fatum. I've been your host for tonight. You can find me on Twitter at Vengeance God. You can find me on Instagram at Broken Infinity Films, and you can find me on TikTok at Vengeance God 2. And remember, trans men are men, trans women are women, trans rights are human rights, non-binary people are non-binary. And if you think any of that is different, fuck off. Thank you very much. And to all of our lovely viewers in Texas, in Florida, I say unto you, gay, 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 gay. Thank you very much. This has been the Transwarp Drive. We love you all. We'll see you very soon. Okay, looks like we're off.